Anyone up for late night coffee after my shift? Bookstore closes at 1 a.m.
I'm out shooting. Might swing by if I get some good ones. The city looks incredible tonight. Perfect weather for night photography.
That's gorgeous, Ben. I think can see the bookstore in that photo, actually. Tiny little speck of light in the downtown area.
Sorry guys, I'm working late. Massive security breach drill. Fun times? Maybe later if I can escape this digital nightmare? My boss is making us simulate a complete system failure. Because obviously that's what I want to be doing on a Friday night.
Sounds intense. Better you than me, though. I'll save you a muffin.
You're a lifesaver. Literally running on caffeine and spite at this point.
Night shift from hell at the hospital. Car accident, multiple casualties. Doubt I'll make it. Been on my feet for 14 hours straight. Could use that coffee intravenously, though.
Hang in there, Kara. The muffin offer extends to you, too.
Heroic as always, Doctor. Kara, save some lives, then save some coffee for yourself.
Yo,
David, you're alive. Haven't heard from you in days.
been busy. Home renovation project. You know how it is.
I definitely don't, but I'll take your word for it. Will you join us for coffee?
Unlikely. Early start tomorrow.
Always the party animal, David. Got some great shots tonight. The lighting is perfect.
Those are actually impressive. You should submit them to the city tourism board. They pay good money for quality shots like that.
Not a bad idea. Oh, what the hell? The lighting from the moon just dimmed. Do you see that? It's like the sky is moving.
It's probably just cloud movement or a drone light show. They were advertising something downtown this weekend.
I don't think so. Drones are supposed to be lit up, but it is pitch black up there. And I swear I can see glowing spots that look like eyes. I'm not kidding.
Ben, you've been hitting the energy drinks again? Or maybe someone slipped something in your coffee.
Are you sure, Ben? That photo doesn't seem that bad.
The photo doesn't capture what I'm seeing properly. People around me are starting to notice too. Everyone's pointing at the sky now.
Hold on. Well, this is certainly a coincidence. We've just received a mass number of emergency calls. People are screaming about a monster? I can't make sense of it. The ER is absolute chaos right now. We're calling in all available staff.
I told you, something is happening.
I'll believe it when I see it is all I'm saying. Now, if you'll excuse me, a bunch of customers just came in. Remember, late night coffee will be happening later.
Holy crap! Drone footage incoming! Do you see this? There are literally tentacles coming down from the sky. And I'm definitely not drunk. This is some real sobering crap anyway.
Ben, seriously, what am I looking at here? These photos are ridiculous.
Bro, look outside. Everyone around me is screaming and running. It's spreading across the entire skyline now. I'm heading to higher ground to get a better shot.
That has to be some kind of atmospheric phenomenon. Or maybe a sophisticated projection. The tech conference is in town this weekend, to be fair. Could be marketing for a new science fiction movie.
People are dying, Ava! This isn't a goddamn movie promotion. I just saw something grab a man off the street.
He's definitely not wrong about something happening. We're literally being overrun at the hospital. Multiple casualties coming in with identical injury patterns, presenting with horrid lacerations consistent with massive force trauma. Extensive tissue damage, too. Some patients are describing being grabbed by the sky, another with severe crushing injuries to thoracic cavity. Triage protocols initiated. All off-duty medical personnel being called in. I've never seen injuries like this. The wounds almost look burned at the edges, like acid contact but with precision. Hospital security is struggling to maintain order. We're at 300% capacity and climbing.
What in God's name? It's here. I can see it through the bookstore windows. Everyone is screaming and running inside. The windows are literally shaking. What is that thing?
Everyone stay calm. I'm checking satellite feeds now. Okay, our systems are showing atmospheric disturbances, but nothing like what you're describing.
I've barricaded the front doors with bookshelves. There are about 15 people in here with me. The manager is having a complete breakdown. I'm in the mythology section. And I gotta say, this reminds me of something. Ancient Norse texts describe a titan called Yog, the sky squid. There are similar entities in Lovecraft, descriptions of vast beings that exist beyond our dimension, with appendages that can reach into our reality. I haven't seen the thing clearly yet, but this is what we could be dealing with.
Emily, this is not the time for a literature lesson.
I'm on the roof of the Harmon building now. Looks like you're spot on, Emily. The whole city is under it. It's like the sky opened up. That thing is literally grabbing people off the streets. Cars are being crushed. Some police helicopters are heading up there now. Well, so much for that. That thing just swatted a helicopter like it was nothing. It crashed into the harbor.
Everyone, this is not a drill. Reports coming in of massive entity attacking the city. Military response has been initiated. Seek shelter immediately. I repeat, seek shelter. Away from windows. Underground if possible. Do not attempt to evacuate by vehicle. Roads are gridlocked. Stay off major thoroughfares.
David, how do you know all this? The news isn't reporting anything yet.
Police scanner. Military channels. I still have access. This matches the Siberia incident.
What Siberia incident?
Classified. 2014 год. My unit was deployed. Similar entity. We lost 38 men in 12 minutes. They covered it up. Said it was a meteor strike.
What the hell? You knew about this thing?
Not now, Ben. Secure your position first, and stay away from anything metal. It's attracted to electrical currents. Turn off all non-essential devices.
We've lost power at the hospital. Backup generators engaged. Multiple critical patients. We're performing emergency procedures by flashlight. Something just hit the east wing. Part of the roof collapsed. Multiple staff down. How the hell are we supposed to survive against this thing?
The lights just went out in the bookstore. People are panicking. I'm trying to keep everyone calm. I found more references. There's a chapter in Celestial Anomalies Throughout History, records of sky dwellers in multiple ancient cultures, described as watchers from above, with arms that reach from heaven to claim the unworthy. Everyone thought these were metaphors for divine judgment. But what if they weren't? What if our ancestors actually saw these things?
We've lost satellite connection. All external communications are down. The data center is going into lockdown. Security protocols initiated. I'm trapped in the server room. Our building is designed to withstand natural disasters, but I don't think they planned for this.
Avenue. Does your building have an underground level? Get there now and stop waffling.
Yes, the server vault, but I need clearance.
Override it. Use emergency protocols. This entity can't penetrate far underground. At least the one in Siberia couldn't.
Are these the end times? The entire downtown is being destroyed right in front of us. I need to get out of here.
Ben, find cover where you are first. Make sure it's away from windows.
There's nowhere to go, though. The roof access door is locked. I'm completely exposed up here.
Slow your movements then. It detects rapid motion. Find something to hide under, no matter how small.
We're evacuating patients. Half the hospital is gone. I don't know how to treat these injuries. People are dissolving where those things touched them. Some kind of corrosive effect. We need military assistance. Where are the authorities?
They're coming, but they won't be enough. This is much bigger than Siberia.
Power fluctuations are getting more intense. The whole security system is glitching. I'm trying to maintain server stability across the city, but it's not looking good. That thing can't seriously be interfering with our electrical grid, can it?
Ava, are you in a secure location yet? You need to get underground immediately.
Yeah, I'm trying here, David. The building's automated lockdown protocol has engaged. All doors between sections are sealed. I'm trying to override the system, but it's fighting me. The emergency protocols are conflicting with each other.
Can you hack through it? You're literally a cybersecurity expert.
Not how this works. I can't just type really fast and magically open doors, but I am trying to route through the auxiliary command line. If I can access the master control system, I might be able to release the locks. The problem is, our security is designed to prevent exactly what I'm trying to do. This is going to take time, and time is something I'm not sure we have.
Anything I can do to help?
Unless you can somehow restore power to the east quadrant, no. Hold the phone. This is new. I'm seeing unusual data traffic on our secure servers. Someone's accessing classified files from inside the building.
What kind of files?
I don't know yet, but they're buried deep. Level 10 clearance required. That's only accessible by government officials. I'm trying to trace the access point.
Ava, focus on getting to safety first. The files can wait.
No, this could be important. Damn it. My access card isn't working on the elevator. I'm taking the emergency stairs. 4 floors down to the main server vault. The stairwell lights are failing. Using my phone flashlight now. It's pitch black in here.
Maybe stay away from the generators, Ava. Based on what we're seeing, it looks like an increasing number of casualties are from electrical accidents. Whatever this thing is, it seems to be affecting power systems.
I'm already at the vault door. Holy crap, there's a hidden server room I never knew about, behind a false wall. The door is partially open. I think this is where the data access is coming from.
Ava, proceed with extreme caution. This sounds like a government black site.
I'm going in. There's someone here. No, wait, it's just a body. Security personnel. Looks like he's been dead for hours. Looks like electrocution. His security badge still works, though. I'm using it to access the terminals. I don't even know what I'm looking at. These servers aren't connected to our main network. They're running on a separate power grid. This is definitely government stuff. The timestamps on these files go back decades. And well, would you look at this? There's a folder called Project Skywatch. I'm opening it now.
Skywatch? That's the code name for the Siberia operation. Ava, what's in those files?
They're enormous. Satellite images, video footage, research documents, dating back to 1952. They've been tracking these things for over 70 years. They're called Aerial Anomalous Entities, or AAES. The one over Havenwood isn't the first. There have been dozens of incidents, all covered up. There was one in Siberia in 2014, just like David said. Another in the Pacific in 1998. Brazil in 1976. They all follow the same pattern.
And what's that exactly?
They appear during specific atmospheric conditions, usually after unusual solar activity. They feed on electrical energy, and they're attracted to populated areas because of our power grids. It's not an attack, it's feeding.
That explains the injuries I'm seeing. The burns aren't burns at all. They're energy extraction points.
Exactly. But here's the important part. They've been experimenting with ways to repel them. The entities are sensitive to certain frequencies, particularly in the low hertz range. Between 12 to 18 hertz specifically, it disrupts their ability to maintain their form in our atmosphere.
That matches what I saw in Siberia. They tried using some kind of sonic weapon, but it failed.
Well, according to this, they've been trying to develop an effective delivery system, but none of their prototypes worked at sufficient range. Dear Lord, there's even more. The government knows these things are intelligent. They've been trying to communicate with them. Project Skywatch isn't just about defense, it's about contact.
They tried to talk to these monsters?
Yes, and I think they succeeded. There's a communication log dating from 2 weeks ago.
What did it say?
It's not in English, but they translated it. We are aware, we are hungry, we are coming. They knew this was going to happen. They've been preparing for it. That's why this data center is here. It's a monitoring station.
Ava, is there anything in those files about how to stop it?
I'm looking. Yes, there's a prototype, something called a frequency disruptor, but it says the range is limited to 100 meters, and the power requirements are enormous. According to this, they have 3 units stored at a facility in the city. Uh-oh, I think the power is surging. The servers are short-circuiting. It's found me, the creature. I think it's directly above the building.
Ava, leave!
I can't. The doors are sealed. The power levels are spiking. It's like it's trying to drain everything. And based on this, I can see a pattern in the power fluctuations. It's not random. It's methodical. It knows exactly what it's doing. It's targeting the servers, specifically these servers with the Project Skywatch data. It knows. Oh my God, it knows about the project. It knows we don't have a way to stop it yet. It's not just feeding. It's gonna slaughter us all.
Ava? Ava?
Please, we were all supposed to go for coffee, and now she's dead.
How could the government know about these things and not warn us?
That's how they operate, classified and compartmentalized. They'd rather risk civilian casualties than cause mass panic.
I can see the data center from here. The whole building is glowing. You can actually see the power being sucked straight out of it. The power grid is failing across the entire downtown area. I made it down to the street at least.
Ben, you can't be standing still there. The streets are the most dangerous place right now.
I'm trying, but it's absolute chaos. People are trampling each other trying to escape. I'm moving toward the subway station, thinking underground might be safer. My ears!
What the hell is wrong with your ears?
It just made this horrible screeching noise, like metal tearing but 1,000 times louder. My ears are ringing. Everyone around me just fell to their knees. Some people's ears are bleeding. The sound is still going too. It's like it's trying to hold us still. God, I can barely think.
Cover your ears with something. Anything. That sound is clearly a weapon.
Using my jacket. It's helping a little. I've never heard anything so awful. It's like it's inside my head. Hang on, I think it's stopped. Oh, crap. The buildings, all the windows are shattering at once. The glass is raining down. People are getting cut to pieces. I'm taking cover under an awning. A woman next to me just got hit. She's not moving. There are too many injured. No one can help them all. This is a massacre!
Ben, if you can safely help anyone, apply pressure to any bleeding wounds. Use clean fabric if possible. Prioritize children and those with head injuries.
I'm trying, but it's so dangerous out here. The creature's tentacles are swiping at buildings now. Like there goes the First National Bank building. The tentacle is crushing it like it's made of cardboard. I can hear people screaming inside. There's nowhere for them to go. I need to try to help.
Ben, Numer, you can't help them. Focus on your own survival.
I can't just let people die. I'm moving closer to the building. Maybe there's a fire escape I can direct people to. Okay. It looks like the tentacle is concentrating on the upper floors, so the lower levels might be safe.
Be extremely careful, Ben. And if you start feeling dizzy or disoriented, get away immediately. That could mean the creature is affecting you.
Thanks, Kara. All right. I'm at the base of the building now. People are streaming out of the emergency exits. I'm trying to direct them toward the subway entrance. Oh, crap. My camera's gone to crap, and the noise is back. Not as loud, but it feels different, like it's searching for something. The building is starting to crumble. I need to move! No, there's a child. A little girl trapped under some rubble. She can't be more than 8 years old. Her leg is pinned. I'm going to try to lift it off her.
Ben, be careful. Assess the stability first.
No time. The whole structure is coming down. I'm the only one near her. Everyone else is running. I've got to try. I'm setting my phone down to use both hands. 1 second. I got her out. Her leg was pretty badly injured, but she's free. I handed her to a woman who was running by. They're heading for the subway.
So you can run now, right? Ben?
I'm sorry. A block of concrete fell as I handed the girl to the woman. My leg, it's crushed. I can't move.
No. Ben, please no.
Is there anyone near you who can help?
Everyone's gone. They're all running. I'm alone. The whole building is coming down now. I can see it starting to tip. It's falling in my direction. I can't get free. This is it. Tell my parents I love them. I tried to save as many as I could, and that I'm really sorry. I just wanted to help. That little girl is going to live, though. I got her out. That has to count for something, right?
You did good, Ben. More than good.
We'll tell them, Ben. We promise.
You're a hero, Ben. You saved that little girl. She'll live because of you.
Thanks, guys. At least I'm going out doing something that matters. I can see it falling. It's coming down so fast. Is it weird that it looks beautiful? All those lights, like stars. I wish you could see it. I should have taken more photos. Always wanted to capture something truly extraordinary. Guess this is it. I'm not afraid anymore, though. Catch you on the flip side, I guess.
I can't believe this. Ben is gone. An avenue. This thing is killing us one by one.
To hell with this bastard. We need to use what Ava told us about the frequencies. It's our only hope.
But the government hasn't developed a working prototype. What can we possibly do?
We improvise. Emily, you said you barricaded yourself in a bookstore?
Yes, we're still here. Everyone's terrified.
Keep researching then. Find anything you can about these frequencies. Kara, what's your situation?
Half the hospital is gone. We've moved the remaining patients to the basement. We're out of supplies. I don't know how much longer we can hold out.
I'm going to try something. I think I know where one of those prototype devices might be. If I can reach it, we might have a chance.
Go for it, David. We can't lose anyone else.
I got this. I'm not going down without a fight. And I want some goddamn calamari.
We just lost the East Wing completely. The monster's tentacles just ripped through it. Took about 3,000 people with it. We've moved everyone we could to the basement levels, but we're running out of space and fast. Same with the supplies. No more morphine. No more clean bandages. We're using torn bed sheets at this point.
Oh God, Kara. Is there any way I can help?
Unless you can magically create medical supplies? Not really. We've lost half our staff. The rest of us haven't slept in 24 hours. I've performed 4 emergency amputations in the last hour. With minimal anesthesia. I had to use a fire axe for the last one. The patient was conscious. I can still hear the screaming.
Kara, status update on the hospital's structural integrity?
Failing rapidly. We're getting tremors every few minutes. Cracks appearing in the foundation. I give it another hour at most. Some of the patients are also starting to exhibit signs of rabies, especially the ones who were directly touched by the creature. Unusual symptoms too. Dilated pupils, rapid speech, talking about the voices from above, and some are becoming violent. We had to restrain 3 of them. One nurse was badly injured, bitten by a patient. The wound has some kind of blue discoloration.
It sounds like some kind of psychosis. Or maybe an infection?
It's spreading too quickly to be a conventional infection. More like some kind of neurological effect. Direct contact with the creature seems to do something to the brain. Changes behavior, makes them aggressive. And they all keep saying the same thing. It's hungry, it needs to feed, we must help it feed. Like they're becoming extensions of it somehow.
This matches what I saw in Siberia. The affected individuals became violent, started attacking others. My CO called them proxies.
Okay, that's actually really alarming. I need to isolate these patients immediately, before whatever this spreads further. Massive structural failure. The ceiling is collapsing. We're evacuating the basement level. It's chaos though. People are trampling each other to reach the exit. I'm trying to move the critical patients, but there are too many. The worst part is the ones who are affected by whatever this thing does. They're actively blocking the exits, saying no one should leave, that we all need to be fed upon. This is no longer just a disaster. This is goddamn doomsday. The infection or whatever it is keeps spreading. More and more patients are turning, and their eyes, they're starting to glow blue, just like that thing in the sky.
Kara, can you make it to an exit?
I'm trying. I have 3 children with me, 2 nurses, and we're cornered. The affected patients are between us and the exit. We're barricaded in a supply closet. The door won't hold for long, though.
There has to be another way out. A window? An air vent?
We're in the basement. No windows. The vents are too small. I'm out of options here. I think this is it for me.
No, not you too. Do not give up. Think of another solution.
There is no other solution, David. I can hear them breaking through the door. I need to at least try to save these kids. I'm sending a message to my family, to my parents and my sister. I want them to know I love them, and that I did everything I could.
Kara, please. There must be something you can do.
I'm a doctor. I took an oath to help people, to save lives, and that's what I'm going to do until the end. Emily, David, if you survive this, tell the world what happened here. Tell them about the government's lies, about Project Skywatch, about how they knew and did nothing. People deserve to know the truth.
I promise, Kara, your sacrifice won't be in vain.
Sacrifice. Funny word for it. I'm just doing my job, like I always have. I got into medicine to help people. Never thought it would end like this. Okay, wait. I just realized something. There's a maintenance passage behind the supply shelves. It might lead somewhere.
Go for it!
I'm going to try it. One of the nurses is helping me move the shelves. We're through.
Yes, keep going.
It's a narrow passageway, seems to lead upward. We're moving the children through first, then the nurses. I'll go last. Another tremor. The passage is starting to collapse. The nurses and 2 of the children are ahead of me. I'm holding the last child. The roof is giving way. I've got to get her through. Thank goodness. She made it through, but I'm pinned. Just like Ben. The whole hospital is coming down. Everything is shaking. At least the kids are safe. That's what matters. This is it. Get out of the city if you can. Both of you. Get out and tell everyone what happened. The military might be able to handle this, but people need to know the truth. Goodbye. I hope you both make it.
Kara! God damn it all to hell, I hate this goddamn bullcrap.
That's 3 of us gone. Just you and me left now, Emily.
This isn't fair, David. All of our friends, gone in one night.
We don't have time to mourn them yet. We need to focus on survival, and on stopping this thing before anyone else dies.
You're right. I'm still researching. There has to be something we can use against it. I refuse to believe we're helpless.
We're not helpless. We have information now. Thanks to Ava. We know it's vulnerable to certain frequencies. We just need to find a way to generate them at sufficient power.
I'll keep looking. For Ava, Ben, and Kara, we can't let their deaths be for nothing.
Lock in, Emily. We're all that's left.
David, I think I might have something. I've been digging through every mythology book in this store. There are references to similar creatures across multiple cultures.
There are?
Yes, ancient legends. Norse mythology mentions Yog, which I mentioned earlier, but there's more. The Mesopotamians wrote about the Devourer of Light, a being that descended from the sky to feast on fire. There are indigenous American stories about sky tentacles. And Japanese folklore has the Umibozu, a tentacled sky monster. The descriptions are too similar to be coincidental.
Any mention of how to fight these things?
Yes, that's what I've been looking for. And there's a pattern. Across multiple civilizations, separated by thousands of miles and years, they all describe using sound to repel the creatures.
Like the frequency Ava discovered.
Exactly. In Norse mythology, they use something called the Gjallarhorn, a horn that produced a specific tone. The Mesopotamian texts describe singing stones that drove away the devourer. Indigenous stories mention drums with specific rhythms, all sound-based defenses.
This validates what the government found, the 12 to 18 hertz frequency range.
But I think I can narrow it down even further. I found this book on ancient musical theory. It's titled Harmonics, the Mathematics of Sound Across Civilizations. There's a whole chapter on repellent frequencies, tones that cause discomfort or pain in different organisms. And there's a specific reference to a tone called the banishing note.
What is it?
It's a tone at exactly 15.75 hertz. That's right in the middle of the range Ava mentioned. The book says it was used in ritual chambers designed to repel entities from beyond the veil. They believed certain frequencies could strengthen or weaken the barrier between our world and others.
Emily, this is huge. If we can generate that exact frequency at sufficient volume, we might be able to drive this thing away.
I'm not done yet. The frequency needs to be modulated, not just a steady tone. According to these texts, it needs to pulse in a specific pattern, which mimics a mathematical sequence.
Go on.
It's the Fibonacci sequence. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. The pulses need to follow that pattern, getting progressively longer according to the sequence, then resetting. It creates what they called a disruption field. I found references to this across multiple texts.
This lines up with the classified files Ava found, but I bet the government missed the modulation pattern. That might be why their prototypes failed. They had the frequency, but not the right pattern.
Exactly. But how do we generate this frequency? We'd need specialized equipment.
I'm working on that part. As I said, I know where one of the prototypes might be, but this information about the modulation pattern is crucial. It might be the missing piece.
There's more in this book. I keep finding more connections. Here's something interesting. The ancient Chinese text, Records of the Grand Historian, mentions a sky octopus that appeared during the Han Dynasty. They drove it away using bronze bells tuned to a specific pitch and arranged in a precise geometric pattern.
What pattern?
A spiral, like the Fibonacci spiral. The same mathematical sequence again. David, this can't be coincidence. These creatures have been visiting Earth for thousands of years, and our ancestors figured out how to repel them, using mathematics and sound. The government rediscovered this knowledge, but they're missing crucial elements.
Keep researching, Emily. You're onto something big here.
Still not done. I'm going into the science section now, looking for books on acoustics and wave theory. Need to understand exactly how to generate this frequency. Even if we don't have the right equipment, maybe we can improvise. Okay, so I've got a hit. There's a physics book here that explains resonant frequencies. Every object has a natural frequency at which it vibrates. If you match that frequency with sound waves, the vibrations amplify. That's how opera singers can shatter glass. They hit the exact resonant frequency of the glass. What if these creatures have a resonant frequency too? And 15.75 hertz, is it? That would explain why it disrupts them.
That makes sense. 15.75 hertz might be their structural resonant frequency. Hit them with that. and they start to vibrate apart, like how a bridge can collapse if soldiers march in step.
Exactly, and the Fibonacci modulation could prevent them from adapting, since it's constantly changing, making it impossible for them to develop resistance.
Emily, you've cooked hard. This is exactly what we needed.
There's still the problem of generating the frequency, though. 15.75 hertz is in the infrasound range, below what humans can hear. We'd need specialized equipment to produce it. Most speakers can't go that low.
The military prototype should be able to, if I can reach it.
And we'd need a way to amplify it, to reach the creature. Wait, I just had a thought. What about the city's emergency broadcast system? Those big speakers they installed after the hurricane 2 years ago? They're designed to reach the entire city. If we could somehow connect to those...
You might be onto something. The broadcast control center is at City Hall, downtown. It would be dangerous to reach, but if at least one of us could get there and connect the frequency generator to their system...
We could broadcast the tone across the entire city, hitting the creature from all directions. It wouldn't be able to escape the sound.
This could work. I need to get to the military installation first, secure the prototype. Then we'll need to reach City Hall. Can you program the Fibonacci sequence?
I think so. I've taken some basic coding classes, and I found a book on sound engineering. I can figure it out. But David, this is going to be incredibly dangerous.
Yep, but I say send it. If we do nothing, everyone dies. At least this gives us a fighting chance.
Real. I'm not going to let Ava, Ben, and Kara die for nothing. Where are you now?
About 3 miles from the military research facility. Moving on foot, staying away from main roads.
All right, don't stop. I'll keep researching, try to refine our knowledge even further. Maybe find another advantage we can use.
Good. I'll stay in touch. And Emily, great work. You might have just saved what's left of this city. Made it to the perimeter of the military installation. Fort Havenwood Research Facility. Security is non-existent. Everyone's evacuated or dead. Using my old access codes, hoping they still work after all these years.
David, I think I'm gonna have to leave the bookstore. The windows are shaking even more violently now. Oh, and what was your rank anyway? How do you know so much about this?
I was Special Forces, but that's not important. What matters is that I was part of Operation Skywatch, Siberia, 2014. But we weren't told the whole truth. Just that there was an atmospheric anomaly that needed containment. Only when we got there, we saw it. This same type of creature, smaller but identical.
You fought one of these things before?
Fought is a generous term. We were massacred. As I said, 38 good men dead in 12 minutes. I only survived because I was pinned under a collapsed bunker. The creature couldn't reach me underground. When it was over, they swore us to secrecy, said it was a matter of national security, told us they'd handle it, that it was an isolated incident. I was a fool to believe them.
That's why you weren't surprised when Ben first reported it.
I recognized the description immediately. I've had nightmares about those tentacles for years. After Siberia, I was recruited to a Black Ops division, Project Skywatch, tasked with monitoring and containing these entities. We tracked sightings, studied patterns, developed countermeasures, but the funding was cut 3 years ago. They said the threat had passed. Another lie.
Wait, what? So the government just abandoned the project, even knowing these things could return?
Politicians have short memories and shorter attention spans. If it's not an immediate threat, it's not worth spending money on. Hold on, I'm at the main gate, entering my old access code. I'm in. The place is deserted. Power's still on though. Emergency generators. Making my way to the research wing. That's where they'd keep the prototype.
Awesome. Whoa! The bookstore just got hit. Part of the roof collapsed. Time to go.
Move, Emily! Head to the meeting point. The radio tower at Victory Park. It looks like this, but probably extremely damaged now.
I'm trying. Everyone's screaming. I'm helping people out through the back exit, but the building is coming apart.
Focus on your survival. I'm proceeding deeper into the facility. Main corridor is clear, passing the labs. This place was state-of-the-art once. Now it's just abandoned. Computers still running. Research left mid-experiment, like they evacuated in a hurry.
I'm out of the bookstore. On the street now. Oh my goodness. The city. It's unrecognizable. Half the buildings are gone. Fires everywhere. The sky is filled with those tentacles. And those glowing eyes. So many bodies in the streets. I'm running toward Victory Park now.
Keep moving. Don't look back. Just focus on reaching the tower. I've reached the secure storage area. Reinforced door. Needs biometric access. Trying my old clearance. Denied. Damn it! Going to try override protocol. Every facility has emergency overrides for situations exactly like this.
The streets are chaos. Military vehicles abandoned. Some kind of pathetic evacuation attempt that failed. I can see the radio tower in the distance though, about a mile away. I'll get there as fast as I can.
Good. I just cracked the security override. I'm in the storage vault. Rows of equipment, experimental weapons, communication devices, and there it is. The frequency disruptor prototype, model FD7. It's bigger than I expected, about the size of a mini fridge, mounted on a cart, portable, but barely. Heavy machinery.
Can you transport it?
Yes, it has wheels. Checking power supply. Battery reads 82%. That should be enough. I'm moving out with it, heading to Victory Park as we speak. It'll take me about 30 minutes. The device is heavy as hell, and I need to avoid main streets. Where are you now?
Around 20 minutes from the tower. Taking back streets. The creature seems focused on the downtown core, where there's more electricity. Victory Park is on the outskirts. Less destruction here.
Good. Stay alert, though. I've seen these things change tactics suddenly.
David, there's something I need to ask. If you were part of Project Skywatch, did you know this attack was coming? I know you said they didn't tell you anything, but not even this?
Unfortunately not. I was forced out 3 years ago. Medical discharge. Official reason was PTSD. Real reason was I asked too many questions. About why we weren't warning the public. About why we weren't developing better defenses. I became a liability, so they shut me out. But I maintained some contacts. There were warning signs. Unusual solar activity. Electromagnetic disturbances. Same pattern as before. I tried to warn them 2 weeks ago. They said the situation was under control. Clearly it wasn't.
All those deaths. Ava, Ben, Kara, the entire city. All because they wouldn't listen.
They'll pay for this, I promise you. But first, we need to stop that thing. I'm exiting the facility now, heading east toward Victory Park, with the frequency disruptor. We'll meet at the radio tower, and end this, together.
I'll be there. I've reached the radio tower at Victory Park. The main entrance is locked, but there's a broken window on the east side.
I'm about 2 blocks away, moving as fast as I can with this prototype. It's heavy as hell. Any sign of the creature near the tower?
Nothing directly overhead, but I can see it in the distance. Still focused on downtown. The sky is... I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's being torn open. I'm climbing through the window now. Made it inside.
Stay near the edges of all the rooms. There might be structural damage. These buildings weren't designed to withstand this kind of stress.
The interior seems intact. Power is out though. Using my phone flashlight, looking for the control room. Found a directory on the wall. Control room is on the 3rd floor. Taking the stairs. The elevators obviously won't be working.
I'm at the base of the tower now. There's a service entrance on the north side. Using my knife to force the lock. I'm in too. Got the prototype with me. I need to get it to the top of the tower for maximum broadcast range.
Reach the control room. It's dark, but I can see the equipment. Looks like they have backup generators. Trying to find the switch. Got it. Lights are on. Control panels are powering up.
Perfect. I'm heading up the maintenance ladder, going to the broadcast platform at the top. The prototype has connection ports. We'll need to hardwire it into the tower's transmission system.
Looking at the control panel now, it's complicated, but I think I can figure it out. There's a transmission control interface, and it looks like it has emergency override capabilities.
Perfect. That's exactly what we need. I'm on the 6th floor now. 4 more to go. The prototype is secured to my back. It's getting heavier with each flight, but I'll make it.
I'm accessing the emergency broadcast system. It's asking for authorization codes, trying to bypass security. Using some tricks I learned in my coding class. The system is outdated, which actually makes it easier to hack.
Keep at it. I'm on the 8th floor. The wind is picking up. Tower's swaying. Hold on. I can see the creature more clearly from here. It's massive, bigger than the one in Siberia, by at least triple, and it seems angry, moving more erratically.
I'm in. Bypass the security protocols. Now I have access to the broadcast controls. I can set the frequency and modulation pattern, programming in 15.75 Hz now, and setting up the Fibonacci sequence for the pulses.
Perfect. I'm at the top platform, setting up the prototype. There's a transmitter array up here, connecting the prototype to it now. This should amplify our signal, cover the entire city. Prototype is connected, power level at 79%, but I need to calibrate it to match your settings. What's your status?
Almost done programming. The system is a bit glitchy. Keeps dropping my inputs, but I'm getting there. Setting the modulation pattern now on 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. Locked in.
Good. I'm setting the prototype to the same frequency, 15.75 Hz, and syncing the modulation pattern. We'll need to activate both simultaneously for maximum effect.
Ready when you are. Just say the word.
Emily, the creature. It's changing direction. I think it's moving toward us.
What? How could it know?
It must sense what we're doing. I told you. These things are intelligent. We need to hurry. Syncing the prototype now. 5 more seconds. We need to time this perfectly. On my mark. Mundram. Dusra. First. Mark! Activating now.
Activated. Broadcasting at 15.75 Hz with Fibonacci modulation. Full power.
The prototype is transmitting. Signal strength at maximum. The creature. It's reacting. It's writhing.
I can see it on the monitors. The tower has external cameras. It's thrashing. The tentacles are spasming. It's working.
My ears! The creature is making that horrid sound again. That terrible screeching, but different this time. More like it's in pain.
The frequency must be hurting it. We need to keep broadcasting. Maintain the signal.
Hold up. I think it's changing tactics. The tentacles. They're aiming at the tower.
No. It knows what we're doing.
Incoming! Brace for impact. It's going to hit us.
The whole building is shaking. Equipment falling everywhere, but the signal is still transmitting. Keep it going, David.
I'm trying! The prototype nearly fell off the platform. I've secured it again. Signal still strong, but the creature is getting angrier. Coming in for another strike.
This isn't working how I expected. It's hurting it, but not stopping it. It's just making it angry.
The frequency is working, but we need more power, or more time. It's not strong enough to drive it away instantly.
The building won't withstand another hit. We're about to lose the tower.
Hold on. I see something. To the east. Military aircraft, helicopters, and jets. They're approaching fast.
Military response? Finally. But will they be enough?
They might, especially with our frequency weakening it. We've given them an advantage. The creature's tentacles are less coordinated now. It's struggling to maintain its form.
I'm calling every tower in the area, switching between frequencies. Found a military channel. I'm broadcasting our frequency details to them, telling them about the creature's weakness.
Smart move. If they can generate the same frequency from multiple directions, we might actually have a chance. Here comes another tentacle. Brace!
Equipment failure. Primary transmission system is down. Switching to backup. Still broadcasting, but at reduced power.
The prototype is still going. Full strength, but the tower's integrity is failing. I can feel the platform swaying. Hold on to something. That last hit only took out part of the antenna array, but the tower's still standing. I'm holding on! The prototype is secure, still transmitting.
The backup system is functioning at 60% capacity. We're still broadcasting. The military aircraft are getting closer. I can see them through the window.
They're entering firing range. Jets are circling. Attack formation. The creature is torn between us and them. It doesn't know which threat to focus on.
Good. Let's keep it confused. I'm boosting power to the remaining transmitters, redirecting from non-essential systems.
The military is engaging. Missiles! Multiple launches. Direct hits on the main body. The creature is reeling. Our frequency is definitely weakening it. Its movements are sluggish, less coordinated.
The console is showing massive energy fluctuations. I think the creature is destabilizing. Its energy signature is becoming erratic.
More missiles. They're targeting where the tentacles meet the main body. Strategic strikes. The creature is convulsing. It's working! Those glowing points, the ones that look like eyes. They're dimming, flickering.
Keep the frequency going. Don't stop. Even if the military is hitting it, our frequency is what's making it vulnerable.
Roger that. Holy, an enormous tentacle just ripped off a section of the tower, about 20 feet below me, but I'm still secure, and the prototype is still functioning. The creature is getting desperate.
That hit knocked out more systems down here, but the core broadcast is still active. I've locked the frequency. It'll keep transmitting even if the computers fail.
The military is bringing in something new. Larger aircraft. Looks like a bomber. They're dropping something. Some kind of specialized ordnance. Direct hit! The creature's central mass. Huge explosion. The air is literally rippling.
I can feel the shockwave from here. The whole building just shuddered. What was that?
No idea, but it was effective. The creature is... It's coming apart. The central mass is rupturing. Massive energy discharge. Electrical arcs everywhere. The tentacles are thrashing wildly. No coordination at all.
The monitors are going crazy. The energy readings are off the charts. I think it's dying.
Another strike. Multiple missiles now. Hitting from all directions. While it's vulnerable, the creature is... Oh my god! It's exploding! Massive light burst.
I'm blinded. The flash came through the windows. I can't see.
Take cover! Debris incoming! Huge chunks of something raining down across the city. The light is fading. The creature is... It's gone. Just disintegrated. Nothing but floating particles where it was. Like glowing ash, drifting down over the city.
My vision is returning. Are you sure it's dead? Completely gone?
Confirmed. The central mass completely detonated. The tentacles have dissipated. All that's left is this strange luminescent residue, floating in the air. Military aircraft are circling the area. Seemed like they knew exactly how to kill it once it was weakened.
We did it. We actually did it. I can't believe it.
We gave them the advantage they needed. The frequency disrupted its... whatever holds it together, made it vulnerable. Then their weapons did the rest.
Ava would be proud. And Ben and Kara.
Yes, they would. I'm coming down now, going to secure the prototype. Don't want the military taking it. We might need it for evidence later.
Good thinking. I'm backing up all the broadcast data, frequencies, patterns, everything we did, saving it to my phone.
Smart. The world needs to know about these creatures, about the government cover-up, about everything.
Do you think there are more creatures like this?
Without a doubt. This wasn't the first. Won't be the last. But next time, we'll be ready. No more secrets.
I can see military helicopters landing in the park. They'll be here soon.
Let me reach you first, before they do. I'm on the 5th floor now. Prototype secure.
I'll meet you halfway, coming up the stairs.
Roger that.
Hey, want to take a look at this link? The truth about the Havenwood disaster. Government cover-up exposed. The truth is out, David.
You actually did it. They published your article?
This is just the beginning. 5 major news outlets have already picked it up. Social media is exploding. I included everything. Project Skywatch, the previous incidents, Siberia, Brazil, the Pacific, your testimony, the frequency data, everything we discovered.
Any blowback yet?
The government is calling it irresponsible journalism and conspiracy theories. But I have the data. I have your testimony. I have the photos and videos Ben took. I have Ava's last messages about the classified files. They can't deny it all.
They'll try. They always do. Call you a liar. Attack your credibility. Say it was just a natural disaster.
Let them try. Too many people saw it. Too many survivors have come forward. And I'm not the only one with evidence. That little girl Ben saved, she survived. She's been talking to the press too, describing exactly what she saw.
That's good. Really good. Ben would be proud. His final act might help expose the truth.
How are things on your end?
Interesting. After the incident, my old commander reached out. They're restructuring Project Skywatch, bringing it back. Bigger than before, and they want me involved as a senior advisor.
Are you serious? After everything they did? After the cover-up?
I know how it sounds, but I can do more from the inside. Change the culture. Make sure this never happens again. Full transparency. No more secrets. No more sacrificing cities to study these things.
I don't know, David. Can you really trust them?
I don't trust them, but I trust myself. And now, I have the authority to make real changes. I'm bringing in new people. Ethical scientists. Independent oversight. People whose priority is protection, not study. Already removed 3 senior officials who knew about the threat and did nothing. This isn't the same Project Skywatch. It's a complete overhaul.
Well, if anyone can fix it from within, it's you. And I suppose it's better to have you in there than not.
Exactly. Plus, I have access to all the files now. Everything they ever knew about these creatures. And it's concerning.
What do you mean?
There's evidence that these aren't random appearances. The creatures seem to be searching for something. The attacks follow a pattern. When looked at globally over the decades, they're methodical, deliberate.
Searching for what?
That's what we're trying to figure out, but they're definitely intelligent. Not just animals, and they're communicating with each other, across vast distances, possibly even across dimensions.
That's terrifying.
It is, but now we're taking it seriously. No more burying the truth. We're developing a global early warning system, and permanently installed frequency generators in major cities, based on our discovery. You're credited in the official documentation, by the way.
Me? Why?
The Fibonacci modulation pattern. That was the breakthrough. It's being called the Winters Protocol now, after you.
I don't know what to say.
Say you'll keep working with us. We need minds like yours. People who can think outside conventional boundaries. You saved what was left of the city that night.
I'll think about it. I'm focused on my journalism right now, making sure the world knows what happened, but maybe down the line.
The offer stands. Anytime. Oh. And I've been meaning to ask, will you be at the memorial service?
Yes, I wouldn't miss it. They're planning a huge memorial site downtown for all the victims. They're estimating nearly 200,000 dead.
I've arranged for Ava, Ben, and Kara to receive special recognition. Their names will be at the top of the monument. Heroes of Havenwood.
That's beautiful. They deserve that. I've been thinking about them nonstop, about our coffee plans that night, how normal everything was just a few hours before.
I know. Life changes in an instant. No warning. No time to prepare. Just chaos.
Do you think we could have saved more people if we'd acted faster or differently?
Don't go down that road, Emily. We did everything we could, with what we knew, with what we had. The fact that anyone survived is a miracle.
I guess you're right. It's just hard. Looking at the ruins, knowing how many are gone.
Focus on what we accomplished. We stopped the creature. We revealed the truth. We're making sure it never happens again. That matters.
You're right. I just wish our friends were here to see it, to know their deaths meant something.
They know. Wherever they are, they know.
I'd like to think so. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm being relocated. The government's providing housing for survivors. I'll be in New Coast City, starting next week.
That's not far from the new Skywatch headquarters. We should meet up, talk more about what we know, what we've learned.
I'd like that. It would be nice to talk in person for once, instead of just texting.
Agreed. There's so much more I can't put in writing. Even now, some things need to be discussed face to face.
You're being mysterious again.
Sorry, old habits, but trust me, this is just the beginning. What we witnessed in Havenwood, it was one of many. The others are still out there, watching, waiting, planning.
Next time we'll be ready though, right?
I hope so. But these things have been visiting Earth for thousands of years. Our ancestors knew about them, feared them, built defenses against them, and still they keep coming back. There's a purpose to it, a pattern we're still trying to understand.
One thing at a time. Let's focus on rebuilding first, on remembering those we lost, on healing.
You're right. See you at the memorial, Friday 2 p.m., Havenwood Central Park. What's left of it anyway.
I'll be there. And David, thank you for everything.
You too, Emily. We survived together. We'll rebuild together. And if they come back, we'll fight together.
Let's just hope they don't come back.
They will, but next time, we'll be waiting.
I see the memorial has been posted online. I'm glad they put our friends at the top. I barely recognize the city in these aerial photos. Do you really think we can rebuild from this?
We have to try, and we will. Humans are resilient. We've faced extinction before. We'll face it again. We killed a goddamn cosmic horror. We are the apex predators, and that will never change.